welcome to the first ever Crown and Main Wrestling podcast and the very first episode, very first season. I am SHOCK. You can call me Shock. And today we got a very special guest for our first person for us to go ahead and interview. We have Mr. Wyatt Holiday. And for those who are not familiar with Mr. Wyatt Holiday, he is the Aroostook County Champion up in northern Maine for Crown and Main Wrestling. And Mr. Holiday, we appreciate your time here for joining us for this podcast, and we are looking forward to having this conversation with you here today.
Oh, not a problem. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So you've had quite a busy schedule this year, especially. There's a lot going on for you. You've had some big matches. You got some big matches coming your way. I myself know a lot about you personally. We have a lot of history. But do you want to maybe tell the folks that are listening in maybe when you started, and kind of what draws you to continue doing what you're doing?
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. I started, it's kind of funny, in the backyard, actually. AWF, Aroostook Wrestling Federation. Man, it was a wild bunch. It was crazy. It was, oh my God, straight backyard. But, yeah, that's where I started. And, unfortunately, it ended up going under. And, a couple of the guys in the back, they were all bummed out, whatnot. And, they kept telling me, well, you need to keep going. You need to keep going. You got something. And, you know what I mean? That really hit me in the heart, you know what I mean? So I had to keep going. And, my dad got me into wrestling. So, you know what I mean? He's not here anymore. So to be in the ring and doing this, man, it's a dream,
No, absolutely, absolutely. You've had some quite a bunch of good matches. I myself have been watching you since earlier on in your career, so it's great to see that you're still doing what you're doing here today. But when we talk about matches, what is one of the matches that sticks out to you that you've had that you look back on and say, yes, that was a hell of a match that I had with this person, and I'm looking forward to having more of those kind of matches?
Oh, definitely. Lucha Kid, man, this kid, oh my God, I don't know what it is with this funky little kid, man, but you know what I mean? Like, for some reason, like, he's decided to pick me for some reason, but that's all right because I'm gonna give him a beating. But, I mean, just this kid and the way he performs, dude, is like, he makes it so fun to work with.
You mentioned Lucha Kid, but this is the for those who don't know, this is the Crown of Maine Wrestling Champion, correct?
Yes, yes, it is, unfortunately.
So what do you think separates you as the Aroostook County Champion and Lucha Kid as the Crown of Maine Wrestling Champion?
Oh God. Well, to be honest, not much, really. uh yeah, there's really not much that separates us. You know what I mean? He's a spunky kid. Oh no, I'm fast in the ring. You know what I mean? One of these days we're gonna tangle. I believe we have a match coming up. I believe it's a tables match. I believe.
Oh, do you?
If I remember right.
So we got a
What's that?
we got a tables match coming up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Me and
Oh, okay.
Lucha Kid.
All
Yep.
right.
Yep. I'm gonna tear him a little apart.
Sounds like we got an exclusive here on the Crown of Maine Wrestling podcast from the horse's mouth, Mr. Wyatt Holiday, the Aroostook County Champion for Crown of Maine Wrestling. So we have. So tell us a little bit about the match you had, and please mention the person that you were able to beat to become the Aroostook County Champion.
Oh man, what that was a crazy night. Crazy night. Yeah, I went one on one with the mutant mastodon himself, Eric Johnson, and I was able to, I'll say, steal that title from him, which was unreal. Unreal. I've looked up to this man ever since I've known him, and to be able to have that match and have that credential is Man, the hair standing up on my arms right now. Honest to God, dude, it's just unreal. Like it was crazy.
So the match that you had was against the mutant mastodon Eric Johnson. Now Eric Johnson is very well known up and down the entire state of Maine. He's been everywhere for so many years, and you can say that you have this match against him. Not only did you have a match against Eric Johnson, you were able to win that match, become the Aroostook County champion. But let's be real. Right? Let's be honest. I've watched the match. Everyone listening in has seen that match, and it does seem like you did have a little bit of help. But do you think without that help, and you know what I'm talking about, do you think without that help you still would have been able to win that match, beat Eric Johnson, and become the Aroostook County champion?
Ooh, honestly, yeah, yeah. I believe without the help, I believe I could have beat him. I mean, it might have taken me a little bit, but damn it, I'd have beat him.
You think you got a lot more stamina than Eric Johnson?
I mean, he's a bigger guy. No disrespect. I have nothing but love for the guy. You know what I mean? But if you run circles around a bigger guy, eventually he's gonna tire out quick.
You know what? You're 100%. You're 100% correct. So what keeps you motivated? What keeps you going as a champion right now? The Aroostook County champion. Are you a fighting champion? Are you willing to take on any and every newcomer from out of state, from downstate? Like, where's your mindset now that you hold a prestigious title for the Crown of Maine Wrestling?
It's only time to go higher from here, man. You know what I mean? Like Aroostook County champion, great, great, great. But you know what I mean? The goal is always to be the guy. You know what I mean? Like that heavyweight title, it's a must have. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do anything that I can. I'll take on anybody that wants to come up. You want a shot at it, I'll give it to you. But uh, I'm gonna go higher. I need to go higher. After being gone for 5 years and being away from all this, no more games, no more playing. Straight to the top we go.
As someone who has watched your career for for earlier on in your career, I definitely see that you are in such a good spot right now. Your performance in the ring, your promos, the way you've been able to handle yourself against, especially someone like Eric Johnson. For those of you who are listening in right now, and it's not many of you that are not familiar with Eric Johnson. Eric Johnson is a staple in the state of Maine, and being able to share a ring with Eric Johnson is a huge honor, and definitely a huge notch in many wrestlers in the state of Maine's belts, right? Um, so you're open to competitiveness. You're open to folks coming in here from downstate, from out of state. You are a fighting champion. But we got to talk a little bit about the Purge, right? So let's talk about the Purge for a second here. The Purge is yourself, the Aroostook County champion, Wyatt Holiday. But we also have another person standing there by your side in Steve Archer, the Lone Star Steve Archer. Now, how did this group, this partnership, kind of develop?
Oh man, it's been a long time in the making. Actually, me and Steve, we actually wrestled in the backyard, and you know what I mean. We developed a very good friendship. You know what I mean. Eventually, we worked into a tag team, and man, we were good. You know what I mean. So like seeing Steve when I came back, it was like a no brainer. Like man, we got to hook up again. We got to do this. We can make a run with something. So you know what I mean. Behind the scenes, we talked a little bit before the Rumble, and I'm pretty sure there was a promo somewhere floating around about it. But yeah, man, we hooked up and we made a deal, and the Purge has been running roughshod all the way through.
So what is the purpose, right? So like when two people get together and develop a group, a faction, and in a pro wrestling promotion, like what is the purpose? What is the goal of the Purge?
To take over, basically. You know what I mean? Like that was our whole main goal, was just to dominate. There was gold to be found. We found it. We took it. There was the CMW. Obviously, we are now in control of that.
That's right. You
So
guys have won the match against Hyper Puts In, which was Rere C, the hype man, and Jacques Louis Francois. You guys are now, you guys run Crown of Maine.
yes, sir.
So what are the plans now that you guys run the show? What's the plans?
Oh, to shake up the landscape for sure, man. Shake it up. Like, yeah, buddy, we got to do something with this. Like, Jackie Boy gave us that opening. We took it. And, man, it's time to shake things up, buddy.
What is next? What is next on the agenda for the purge? Now you talked about seeing gold. You have gold. You talked about taking over and shaking things up. You now run Crown of Maine Wrestling. Like what is next?
What is next? I'd say turn things on its head, man. Just completely flip the script, do what we want to do, and just show people that we dominate. This is Purge country now, man. This is ours.
I saw the website. I see the Crown of Maine Wrestling Facebook page. Um, you guys have definitely taken over. The logo has been changed. We see post being put up by you, the Purge. It's pretty interesting to watch it all play out. So let's kind of backtrack a little bit here, Wyatt. Let's talk about opponents, right? So you've taken on Eric Johnson, again, a Maine staple in the state of Maine. Like, what is your bucket list when it comes to others that you want to be able to see in the ring, work with, maybe even people that can join you in the purge?
Oh, let me see. Oh my God. Well, let me see. DL Santos for sure, definitely in the Purge. Definitely a no-brainer. Um, Aries definitely, man. We need to turn this guy back into the monster that he originally was. That needs to happen. And I'd say, man, as far as opponents, I heard Dylan Nix was from the county. That was a little butterfly floating around somewhere. I don't know where I heard it, but yeah, man, I heard he's from the county. I like to see him up here. I'd give him a title shot any day of the week. Um, Levi Spade, he's another one. I like to see him up here. That'd be fun. Um, oh God, there's so many of them. Dirt City Murder Crew, they'd be fun to work with. Oh God, dude, there's so many.
Did we just hear that the Aroostook County champion for Crown of Maine Wrestling has sent out an invitation and a call out, if you will, to both members of the Sea Wolves?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what? That'll be great to see a lot of the talent from downstate, even some talent from the out of state area that honor us with their presence in a Crown of Maine wrestling ring. It would be great to see you take on folks like Dylan Nix, Levi Spade. There's some other folks that I could see down from, especially for the state of Maine. We talk about Aroostook County champion, and I do feel strongly behind what I'm about to say, that if you want to be able to be a Maine staple in the state of Maine, then please allow yourself to perform in every promotion that is in the state of Maine, and Crown of Maine Wrestling is one of those promotions. So I'm looking forward to seeing you against Dylan Nix, or you against Levi Spade, or you against somebody who I've been watching and kind of feel like they would be great and it would be interesting and fun to see up here is Alan Prophet. But speaking about a different, you got some words on Alan Prophet?
Oh, dude, Alan Prophet. My God, dude, that kid, he can go. That kid can go. Oh, jeez. To get him up here in the ring, get him in CMW. Oh, my God. Yes, please, Jackie Boy, if you're listening, please, please, please do something good. Bring Prophet here. Man, could you imagine, like, Prophet and Lucha Kid? I mean, dude, Prophet and the Outlaw. I mean, oh, my God, the possibilities are endless right now.
There's a lot of talent definitely in the state of Maine that we're looking forward to be able to have an opportunity to draw them up here, especially when we got fighting champions and Lucha Kid and yourself, sir, Mr. Wyatt Holiday. So let's talk about the next show, right? So the last show you had, I know that you and Steve Archer, we talking about the Purge have taken over Crown of Main Wrestling. We see it; it's all over Facebook. We see the matches on YouTube. By the way, if you're not following already, please follow Crown of Main Wrestling on YouTube as well as follow the Facebook page over on Facebook.com on Crown of Main Wrestling. You definitely sound like a fighting champion. You definitely sound like you are in a position right now to do so much more above and beyond. Some people might say that your partner in crime, Mr. Steve Archer, doesn't seem to be carrying his weight as much as you. You're a champion. Yes, he may or may not have helped you defeat Eric Johnson, but at this point, a lot of the fans are just saying that Mr. Steve Archer is a lot of talk. What is your comments on that?
Oh man, ouch. Oh
It's
God,
what the fans are
he,
talking about. We see
man.
it on the Facebook page. We see it in the comments on the YouTube channel. What are your thoughts? What's your response to what the fans are saying?
Oh man, I mean, you know what I mean? We've all been in this business a long time. Yeah, like you know what I mean? Like 20 years in this business, that's a long time. You know what I mean? That it tears apart the body bad. You know what I mean? And I get it. You know what I mean? Like he is slowing down. All love, man, love the guy right to death. But dude, man, this business it does tear your body apart. It will wear you down. And you know, a little bit of it I do believe is building on him. So yeah, and you know what I mean? Like the fans, like you, oh my God, they can be so stupid sometimes. Like you know what I mean? Like dude, the business, it's hard on your body. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? It is what it is. I mean, he could still go. Maybe not what it used to be, but you know what I mean? He still got squabbles.
He definitely performed. He went all out in the match against Hyper Puts in, and as a fan watching you guys and knowing Archer as long as I've known you, I saw a spark. I saw a lot of fire behind him. Uh, he was probably the best I've ever seen him. So for the fans out there that think that Steve Archer is slowing down the Purge or holding back the Purge, you have no idea. Go to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Chronomare Wrestling 207. Go check him out. Watch that match and then come back and tell us that Steve Archer doesn't have it, because trust me, he definitely has it. The fire is back. The Purge is in the house. They run Crown of Main Wrestling. They hold the Aroostook County Championship title, and I'm sure there's more titles that are out there that you're looking forward to capturing. One of them being the Crown of Main Wrestling Championship title with Lucha Kid. But what about hardcore? We know JP O'Reilly has graced his presence in Crown of Main Wrestling and has won and maintained the hardcore championship. Now, is that a title that the Purge might be looking to obtain?
Man, to be honest, the hardcore title has eluded me my entire career, man. Like that has been the one title that I have not been able to capture. And yeah, man, it's a goal. JP is, man, dude, that man is insane. Insane. You've got to be completely nuts to climb in the ring with him. I mean, I'm off my rocker too. That ain't no lie. But yeah, man, hardcore definitely. That's in the plans in the future somewhere.
JP O'Reilly is one of those one of those guys that scares me, right? Like anybody that takes on JP O'Reilly, and he's had some matches downstate. He's had some matches against the bald bastard of Bangor and Alexander Lee, and that was a hell of a match. But JP O'Reilly is definitely going to be somebody that it's going to be hard to take the hardcore title off of him. So maybe somebody, maybe the Purge can recruit somebody that can, take him on and bring some gold. We're talking about a faction that could possibly have an opportunity at holding every single title in Crown Main Wrestling, and that could be a possibility for you in the future. Wyatt. So, I mean, what's next? What's next for the Purge? For the Purge.
Next for the Purge. Oh man. Well, we got Hardcore Habit coming up. So yeah, we're gonna shake things up with that. We're gonna we're gonna make Jackie Boy a little mad. We're sure gonna piss Ray off. That'll be fun. But yeah, we're gonna shake some stuff up, man. That's what the Purge has got next. Is we're gonna turn things upside down.
Definitely looking forward to that. I mean, before we go here, Wyatt, because I know you're a very busy man. You're traveling up and down the state. You're showing up at promotions. You're talking the talk. You're talking to promoters. You're working. You're working. You're doing a thing, especially as a Aroostook County champion, to get your name out there, get the title out there, and get Crown of May Wrestling out there as well. But I got word. I saw just the other day that the Aroostook County champion, Crown of May Wrestling, yeah, Wyatt Holiday made a special appearance down in Matt and Muscle Pro Wrestling. How the hell did that go?
Was unreal. That was awesome. JP was good enough to have us in the Rumble, and man, the locker room was loaded. I mean, the guys down there, they were great. They were awesome to work with. Being in the Rumble, dude, was great. That was a hell of an opportunity right there.
So is it safe to say that we are most likely going to see some more appearances from Wyatt Holiday down in Matt and Muscle Pro Wrestling?
I can only hope so, man. If it's in the cards with JP and everything goes well, man, I'd be looking forward to it for sure.
Again, myself looking from the outside in, I see that the hottest thing right now in Northern Maine is the Purge. That is the Outlaw, Wyatt Holiday, the Aroostook County champion, and the Lone Star Steve Archer. There's no way that other promotions in the state can turn a blind eye to the hottest thing in Northern Maine right now, which is the Purge. So I hope and wish you the best, that you can get out there, put on some matches that I know you can. I do want to thank you very much for your time here today, Mr. Holiday. I know you're a very busy man as the champion and all. Is there anything else you would like to say to everyone listening, to your fans, or to your haters at that point before we go?
Oh man, the hell with the haters. They can hate all they want, but straight to the top we go, baby.
This is Purge country, as the Purge has been running Crown May Wrestling since the last show in Caribou, Maine for the class of 2026. For myself, SHOCK, Shock, and from your Aroostook County champion, Wyatt Holiday, we thank you all very much for listening in. Don't forget to follow Crown of May Wrestling on YouTube.com, also on Facebook at Crown of May Wrestling. And we'll tune in next time. And hopefully next time we have another guest. Hopefully, I'm hoping we get another champion, whether it be JP O'Reilly or the Crown of May Wrestling champion, Lucha Kid. Stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next time.